It was a flattish third quarter for Bursa Malaysia as operating expenses offset revenue growth. Earnings came in 2.7% lower year-on-year at 50.2 million ringgit, while revenue shrank a marginal 0.3% to 129.8 million. For the cumulative 9-month period, net profit rose 2.6% to 172.2 million, while revenue grew 1.3% to 421.1 million ringgit. The Bursa operator's CEO, Datuk Sri Tajuddin Atan, says sustainable growth initiatives implemented over the years continue to show progress amid the challenging environment, with Bursa achieving a record 9-month operating revenue. The company also reported its highest 9-month average daily trading value for securities markets on-market trades of 2.6 billion ringgit since its listing in 2005. Going forward, Bursa believes the government's emphasis on fiscal and governance reforms, as outlined in the 11th Malaysia Plan Midterm Review, bodes well in the long term for strengthening investor confidence. Tabung Harapan Malaysia will be officially closed on December 31st, 2018, 7 months after it was set up. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng said in a statement that there is some 196.3 million ringgit in the fund to date. The figure comprises donations from various individuals and organizations, as well as interest from fixed deposit schemes administered by the National Audit Department. The account will be audited by both the department as well as an external auditing firm. Lim says while the amount donated by the people cannot compare to the 1 trillion ringgit debt inherited by Pakatan Harapan, the fund remains a symbol of loyalty and patriotism. He also thanked the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Muhammad V for his contribution to the fund. The king had cancelled his September 9th official birthday celebrations and ordered the allocated funds to be returned to the government via Tabung Harapan Malaysia. Seacera says 3 of its major shareholders have been forced to sell down their stakes by lenders or stockbroking firms. The tilemaker and construction firm told Bursa Malaysia the 3 are Datuk Sri Mansor Masikon, Zulkarnain Arifin and Datuk Ismail Osman. Mansor is the group's non-executive chairman, while Zulkarnain is its managing director. Seacera, which saw its share price plummet by 48% over the last 2 trading days, was responding to an unusual market activity query by Bursa Malaysia. The group said it was not aware of any other unannounced corporate development, rumour or report concerning its business and affairs that may account for the spike in trading activity. It said it was not aware of any other possible explanation. The stock ended the day up 32% at 20.5 cents. Analysts are upbeat on Gamuda after MOF rescinded its decision to terminate MMC Gamuda's JV contract for the underground works portion of MRT2. MIDF Amanah Investment Bank says the revised cost structure will still result in a marginal earnings contribution, which is preferable to losing the contract completely. It says given the revision, it is expecting a conservative sum of 49.2 million ringgit from the contract on top of Gamuda's annual profit estimate. It raised its target price on the stock to 2 ringgit 89 from 2 ringgit 70 previously, with a maintained buy call. Meanwhile, Afin Huang Capital Research says by remaining as a turnkey contractor for the MRT2 project and settling the earlier disagreement amicably, Gamuda will retain its competitive edge in future MRT projects. It estimates that Gamuda's profit before tax margin of 15% for the MRT2 job will be reduced to about 5 to 6%. It upgraded the stock to a hold from sell with a higher target price of 2 ringgit 70 versus 2 ringgit 55 previously. Still, Gamuda ended the day almost 5% lower at 2 ringgit 35. The government has granted rare earths miner Lynas Corp permission to continue storing waste materials at its facility in Kuantan, Pahang, while the Executive Review Committee takes a closer look at its operations. The company said in a filing to the ASX today that its permit to store residue at its Gebeng site, which expires on Wednesday, has been extended pending approval of the site for long-term storage. Putrajaya is scrutinizing Lynas's controversial plant, citing concerns the waste generated could be harmful to the environment. CEO Amanda Lacaze previously told Financial Times she is confident that the 6-year-old facility would pass the review. She believes a closure will not be likely, but if the order does come, Lynas could reorganize its assets and possibly re-establish its operations in Australia.